this is definitely stringing a little bit because it's nighttime and the temperature's dropping, I guess. So I'm really glad that I ordered the zip-up enclosure. In fact, it's the same brand that makes this plate. Um, so I think it was $29, like $32 on Amazon. So it should be here tomorrow. And I don't know for sure that it'll fit, but I might just take this off. It's got a hole in the side for filament, and then actually a hole for a vent. And they sell the enclosure for $29, or the enclosure with a vent and a tube and an electric fan for like $50. And I noticed that the Creality enclosures don't have the vent, so that's why I ended up buying this in case I decide I wanted to do that. You know, if you're gonna print something like ABS or nylon or something, yeah, and they probably want to vent all that out of there. So let's see here. I got this one heating up. We're printing on this one. It's a baby Yoda, a litho print, and I'm hoping I slowed it down enough. I need to find my PLA. It would have been better for this. I'm using this stuff here. Like I said, the temperature in here is changing, which is causing prints to change a little bit. So let me pull it up and show you what it is. Let's see. So it will stand up like this. And we can't really see it in here. If I change the so on this printer it'll take an hour. On the Pyramid it'll take like probably 2.5. Come on, slice. So where is our picture? Okay. Okay, this is what it is. So my kid wanted me to print it. You shine a flashlight behind this thing, and you'll get an image that looks like that. I seen on here where they were using different ones for night lights and things like that. So there's a website somewhere where you can go and take any image that you want and upload it, and it'll make a litho print. I guess is what they call it, Lithophane. It's probably this one right here. No supports, white PLA, 100% infill. Oh man, I printed 20% infill. So we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, 2 hours. I hope it works. So anyway, I was trying to come up with some new tests on this. I'm noticing I don't like the way that you see how these are sliced together. Well, if you do that with Creality slicer, they're like really wide apart, and then it like tries to put a layer over it, and it just kind of falls in, and you end up with kind of like a nice texture on there from that side, but like you'll get like boogers and all sorts of stuff. So I usually try and do, as I'm printing, I'll come along and nip them down if they're sticking out, but I want better quality. And so like there's this little logo here, we can't even read it, but this was printed using Creality slicer, so we'll see if this one looks better using the Cura slicer. Looks like my kid ran off with the other one that I was going to show you guys. These here were printed using the Cura or not the Cura, the Creality. And so what it does is like it's too thin. So I actually changed a couple of things. I went in here, and for this one I added 5 layers top and bottom. So I believe it was set to 4. And it was set to 4 in Cura, so there's no telling what it was set to in Creality. But it's still showing pretty long amount of time, and at 22% an hour and 22 minutes. This is close to a 3-hour print normally. So I don't know if we're going to reach that amount. I have this set to print at 180, but I've increased the speed to 200%. And for some reason, something in here is doing things differently than it would if it was in the Creality. And so I'm not 100% sure if it's the settings of like we'll print the infill a certain speed. Let me see if I can find what it shows here. So it's got the 180 print speed for infill. The wall speed is 90. The outer wall speed is 90. 90. Travel speed is 250. Well, I don't understand how the hell that works. Initial layer speed is 15, and that's where this thing is absolutely screwing me. That's what it is. So initial layer travel speed, so all that stuff there is really making this thing go super slow. And then if I'm set to 200%, I'm 200% of that wall speed right now, because I'm printing walls. And until I hit infill will be 180, and that's going to be 200% of that. It'll be 300, 460. Technically, this printer can do that, according to some people, but I'm going to want to probably modify a lot of these things. I don't like these numbers. I don't want 15 millimeters per second for an initial layer speed. I can see maybe if it's a difficult print. So nothing I can do about it now except for adjust it on the printer and then turn it back when it starts to do the infill. So anyway, learning the ins and outs of all this stuff. Like I said, it's been about a month, and I've printed a ton of stuff, lots of ham radio stuff. I like to just go on to Thingiverse, and I just look up, like, go type in ham radio, and there's a lot of stuff. The only problem with it is that some of these prints, you don't know, like this antenna here, okay? You might want to try this out, but like if you're printing 50 millimeters a second, this thing is going to take you hours and hours and hours to print, only to find out like maybe you don't like the way it is, or something. But I can go through and show you all the stuff that I've already printed from here. Quite a few things. Let's see here. I printed one of those. I was going to print one of these wire reel winders. I have not printed one of these yet. I thought about it. I printed that wire winder from Ham Radio Dude. A couple of them, actually, I think. I printed a couple of these. J. Marshall. Let's see. I printed a couple of these pulleys. They're pretty cool, actually. I printed the Kenwood MC60 microphone holder. I printed this right here from Ham Radio Dude. I printed a bunch of these microphone holders. You gotta orientate them correctly on your print bed so your lines go this way, not that way, otherwise they snap real easy. I printed a bunch of Zygu G90 stuff. What else we got? And some Raspberry Pi cases. There's some really cool like in-fed boxes and stuff. Let's see. They got 18650. No, that's not 18650, but there's some battery stuff that's kind of cool. I need to print something for the battery. I printed like one or two of those. They're really thick and no reason to be that thick. Oh, your battery is low. So anyway, I'm not plugged in because I'm away from the cord. So that's just some of this stuff. There's just tons and tons of stuff. Ladder line spacers. Anyway, I gotta get out of here and plug this laptop in and catch you guys later.